Hi, everybody. This is Sahid with the Bloom Show and New Bloom Solutions. Thanks for joining us today. Super excited as we start off the month with Floral conventions and networking. And with that, as you know, we are big fans of innovation. And now my favorite new word is integration. I hope I'm saying it right. We're going to have EMC. So we're having Christi and Tomas on as they are doing the EMC Go Live, Integration EMC Go Live event. Which is super exciting because they're bringing in experts from all parts of the industry, as you've been kind of following for a little while here. In the last 2 years, I've been saying is we need to listen to all sectors of the industry, bring them all together so we can have honest conversations and learn from each other, because with knowledge is power and we can make right decisions. So help me bring them on and welcome them on. Super excited. Feel free to ask any questions. If you're hanging out, feel free to ask any questions. Please remember to share, comment, like, and subscribe. So let me have them on. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, Sahid.
So this is, you can tell it's Christi, and that's Tomas. So Thomas and Christi, thanks for joining. Thank you so much for joining us. And there's always humor with me and always fun. So it's always fun to hang out with you guys. And firstly, thank you for being with us, and thank you as well for making Above All Flowers and New Blue Solutions a part of your event, which is awesome. And we'll get to that in a second. But I first want to ask you, how did you both meet? Because that I was really intrigued to know that. I haven't heard the story. And how did this super dream team come together?
Well, first of all, thank you for having us.
Yes.
Thank you. It's really cool to be on your show. Yes, we were thrilled to be part of your show. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
I don't know who's going to start. Is you, Christi, or I going to start? But it's the same, right?
Yeah.
So how did we meet is like, I remember I started the EMC program a little bit earlier, and I had somebody on the back of the class, really quiet, and that person, if she put her hands on, that were like questions, like bang on questions, really like, you know what, you're saying something, I really want to understand, what are you saying? So in short, Christi was a student of EMC, and I immediately saw that Christi was a person who was driven by a certain passion, but also she was like a sponge, grabbing all the information and try to implement it. So she was like we say, a conscious creative. So that was really cool. And then we talked, and then, as you know, the EMC process is 1 year. So we get to know each other better and better. And then we invited Christi as well for an event to help us, and then we start talking. And then Christi has an immense insight on the IT, on the organization, on much more than me, because I'm the creative. Christi's also creative, by the way, but I am the guy of the vision and the creativity, and yeah, I have to be careful what I'm saying here. But we had that match, we had that click, and what Christi brought to the EMC is amazing. It's amazing. So, and from that time, we just like in a roller coaster, right? Christi was like, we like complementary to each other.
Well, let's see. I graduated 2017 with the certification.
Okay.
So, and I met Tomas in 2015. He and Hitomi had put together an EMC event. It was in Atlanta, and it was an intense kind of few days of working and installing and things like that. And it was just amazing. And I knew then that I wanted to take the program, EMC program.
Okay.
I knew that was one thing that was missing for me, because I've always been attracted to European design. And I love the way Tomas made it so easy just to be able to consume what he was teaching, or how he wanted you to do something. It just it fit for me. And I was like, okay, I want to learn more. But yeah, walking into the class, the first day, was intimidating, right? Because I had been in the industry for 25 years, over 25 years. So you come with all kinds of knowledge, and he just blew it all out of the water.
That's awesome. The most important thing, and I saw that on Christi as well, she came in with the open mindset. And if you enter any place, or if you just talk with anybody with an open mindset, that's the mindset to growth and to learn. So that was something that I saw with Christi.
So talking about that, I told you I would not ask you the questions that I sent you, but to talk about that is talk about integration. Then talk about what EMC does, and really quickly, but how you guys think of creativity in a different way. And I know we talked about that on a couple other shows, but it's so exciting to really think of it as a method of sorts.
Yeah,
did you hear me?
It is. I mean, yeah, we basically, you always have, you know, where you are as a designer and where you want to be, right? And so we're on the easiest spectrum, because I'm always the one that breaks it down like just nuts and bolts, and Tomas will embellish and tell you like so much more on a higher level. And I'm just like, if here's where you are, designer, right? And you want to be here where you're not having to just attend a workshop after workshop after workshop just to learn something new. EMC is, hey, I'm going to teach you the fundamentals, the foundation, and this is the bridge between that. You don't need to go to workshop after workshop. What you need is to be able to click in to realize how you can create infinitely.
Wow, gotcha.
Go ahead.
And that's the infinite the creative, which is awesome. And that's super exciting. We can do a whole. Go ahead, Tomas. Go ahead, Tomas. You were going to say something?
Well, I can say it even shorter than Christi. That's the first time in my life I can do that. It's like getting insight in the Floral design process. And that's it. Yeah, it's so simple, because like Christi said, you can go to workshops and you'll learn to make something, right? You go home very happily because you made an arrangement. But then what? You know, one arrangement or two, or you want no technique. But the magic doesn't happen with one technique or one arrangement. The magic happens when you start combining different techniques and different designs and so on. It's like making your own song. If you know the notes and you know how they play with each other, it's exactly the same. It's an infinite process, and that's what we share with the people.
I want to invite myself to one of a class or a peep in. I would love to just be a fly on the wall one day. You let me know if I can be a fly on the wall. I'd love to.
Sure. Bring your knife, bring your clippers, and
that I can do. But I just was watching, watching and understanding.
Oh, okay. You're a passive one. Okay.
I'm a passive.
We only want with active ones.
A little bit, people are giving me a hard time. You don't design, okay, I guess I'll put something. I actually stamp, do stuff like that, or I'm the DIY guy in the house. So the next question is, tell us how you came up with the idea of integration, bringing creativity to action for the EMC Go Live event.
Yeah, it's all about integration. Whatever we do, it's like being open to integrate. You can learn something, but if you don't integrate it, that means it's not part of you. And you have your knowledge and you have your knowing, but really, if you really actively do something with the knowledge, with the information you get, and then if you add information and you add emotion to it, right, then you get to a point that you're going to start integrating. That means you're going to start switching, you're going to start make connections with the neurons in your mind, because you integrate it. It becomes part of you. And that's the whole idea. And it's not only in the floristry. That's why we invited people from like a photographer as well. It's like everybody who integrates information means it becomes part of them, and they're going to start executing it. So let's learn from people out of the business how they do it. Let's learn from them.
And not only did you invite people, educators. Give me a second. I'm trying to share here. You have really a great list of people. Arnold from Thurs is one of them as well. Can you guys see that? So Arnold from Thurs as well. So it was really the idea. The idea was to connect people from different sectors or different expertise. So tell us about that, Christi.
Well, it's important that we work outside of our own bubble, right? So often as designers, we're just in our day-to-day here, we've got to put this out. This is what we have. This is our order. This is what we're working on. And we forget that there are infinite numbers of people and parts and processes to our industry and beyond. But in order to kind of hear how the creativity happens and things like that, and so many other different levels, grower, wholesaler, where photographer, they photograph our flowers. I mean, there's so many different ways that we can lose ourselves just if we just stay inside our own business. That doesn't do anything for us. How can we grow, right?
Exactly.
So if we want, that's part of integration. I mean, the whole flower business is an integration. One thing after another.
Yeah, and especially like we see like the fashion industry as well taking on flowers. That's all integration itself. That's cool. But Sarah Campbell, if you have some amazing guests, and I am honored to be right there in the corner there. So that is amazing to be in the company of such great professionals, and Arnold, what he's doing with Thursday as well is super cool. So I'm super excited you guys reach out to all these different and great people. So that is cool. And so let's get back to my question. Sorry, where am I? There we go. So what can people expect? Go ahead. You're going to say something?
Yeah, I want to add, because we also invited like people who has a trend company. They come up with the trends, which is really important. Yeah, it's like, and that's their business. That's their core business. So let's talk with those people, because then, well, we can learn from those ones. We have somebody who has the Fleur Creative, like that's a worldwide magazine. It's like, okay, what is your view on what's happening? We have a connection between the growers and between the florists, like Piet van Kampen. That's what he does. We have you. We have so many people from different kind of businesses, and let's see what they come up with. And I'm so excited about this.
Thank you for that. That's what I was wanting to hear, is how different this is. And I don't think, correct me if I'm wrong, I've never heard of an event like this. So I think it's the first of its kind. Can we say that maybe?
So, I mean, normally when we have events that we go to, it's generally for like, these are where all the wholesalers come together, and you might have a special speaker, or these are when all the designers come together and we're just going to design and show you our latest and greatest, or you can go to a business, convention or something, and you are totally missing out on the creativity side. So yeah, I mean, maybe it is. This was our vision, was to encompass so much.
So maybe we should do a little research and coin it the first ever, of its one of a kind, the first of its kind. You might not be lying. So what can people? I guess that's what people can expect. So meaning, is there going to be workshops as well with floral design? Are there going to be? I know what we're doing, which is educating about how to use technology to network and collaborate and integrate into a community. But what other topics are going to be spoken about? If you could briefly.
Well, we want to integrate, right, as much as possible. So we go from workshops, we go from demonstrations, we go for panel discussions, we go around the tables, we even go for the network. With cocktails, we're going to share even like how to make cocktails. That is so cool. Awesome. I'm really looking forward to this one. It's what we think as EMC, what we think can elevate you being conscious creative, that should be into the program. So it's and what we like, the demonstrations, we ask them to make minimum 3 arrangements, but also give the pictures and tell the people not only like, okay, I like this, and blue and purple, those are my favorites. No, why are they your favorites? And why are you doing this? So Get with the people, with the demonstrators behind their scenes and how they think. Also, like workshops, they go step by step. Again, it's going to show you how to make arrangements. The panel discussions, like we have people in a panel discussion from A to Z, and one is in the industry and that one is the other industry, because we want to hear how it's going in your industry. So I think it's like all collecting information.
I was going to say, and it's not just from one continent. You know, there are so many opinions and so many things happening worldwide in our industry. I think that's what is such a big difference, right? Because we're not just being here, what's happening in North America. Okay, well, no, what's happening just in Europe? No, we're talking about everywhere. What's happening? How is it going? What's your take on this? So,
go ahead.
And I'm sure that there will be a massive amount of information, massive information. But if you're kind of an industry, like in the wedding industry, we have a panel discussion about wedding, right? So you can pick and you can learn and you can steal from like an artist, from those people, how they think about what will happen in the future and how you deal with this. I'm sure like lots of people are looking forward to photograph their own arrangements. Okay, what should you do? Yes. Because sometimes we see pictures on the Instagram that we said, well, it's better not to take a picture because it gives you a better kind of image, like brand, if you don't take pictures. But if you learn from somebody who said, okay, your light is really important and your depth is really important. So yeah, it's like, and everything is recorded. So if you sign up, afterwards you can,
that's what I was going to say,
replay. And then
and go one by one, and then you're also going to have a Q&A as well. So after the recording, there's going to be a Q&A for 15 minutes. So if you could watch it and then jump in there and ask some questions specifically. So that's super cool as well. So again,
the interaction is really important for us, because that's a kind of way of like, there should be like a kind of a way between somebody who's telling his story and explaining it. I'm sure there will be some questions, and just to explain how you come on the idea and so on and so on.
Awesome. So,
and the opportunity with the platform too, the platform that we're using gives you, like, let's say, yes, there is the chat on the side, but if you want to bring somebody up on the stage too, to talk and ask the questions, you'll be able to have that real-time conversation after their presentation. So it's really amazing.
I love that. That's super fun, because it's you have a conversation, like you said, but dialogue together, and it really they could pick your brain and continue the conversation. So I thought it would be maybe a little text or something like that, but it's a full conversation.
Mm-hmm.
But also, Sahid, I want to tell you, when do you have the chance to talk with some presenters? Because you don't know that, but now you have the chance to go directly to a certain person and say, okay, with your question. That's an awesome opportunity, isn't it?
And also almost network, if you think about it. Major networker. So you jump in with someone, hey, by the way, here's my number. So I believe that if you're not networking, you're not working. One of my professors said that. If you're not networking, you're not working. So any opportunity you have to network and build and collaborate for an industry and just work as a community, again, I think that's super important to us. So thank you for that, guys, and thanks for inviting us again, man. We're super excited to being a part of it. So what type of I guess, for who do you think this is for? So do you think it's only for florists? Do you think it's also for wholesalers? What kind of audience do you think this is a good event for?
Well, I have my opinion, Tomas. What about you?
No, it's okay. It's okay.
He can give his too,
Yeah.
We're on the same page, but okay, you can start.
Yeah, I think that anyone who is interested in seeing where the floral industry is going worldwide would benefit from this interaction. Being able to have 2 full days of working and listening and interacting with people that you normally wouldn't have any opportunity to be around, and hear what's going on for them is amazing. So I really do think that having that. If you're interested at all in our business, in our industry, this is the place to come to.
I love you said that, because you're right on point. Of course, you're the one that came up with it, but you're right on point, because that I see it. No matter what, you always have to be curious of the other side. Yeah. So congratulations.
Yeah.
And Thomas, how about yourself?
I was a little bit offline. I don't know if you saw it.
Yes, for a second there.
Yeah. So for who is it? Is like, it's for people who want, of course, in the industry, but also are kind of connected in the floral industry, just to growth and to know, okay, who should we contact? What should we do? What is happening? Because we are living in a kind of a period that everything goes so quick and it changes so quickly and easily. Like growers can learn from the designers can learn from growers. That is for sure. So it's more like, okay, let's get around the round table and let's discuss what is possible and then where should we go. So I think if you're in the floral industry, definitely as a designer, from a grower, from a whatever, all the people between those two, the grower and the end consumer, definitely. Even people who are open and love working with flowers, if that is really like, okay, for people that is really interesting, definitely. But once again, it's like it's for people who wants to design in a consciously way, understand what design is about.
But also, as you're saying, is also the education of the entire industry as well. So not just designing in itself, even though that's your bread and butter, but it's the whole aspect of it. You know, the whole aspect of the business. Definitely. Yeah, and it's amazing.
We want to see people. It's exactly what I said before. We want to see people outside of their bubble, right? Yes. And if, to see and expand your horizons, that's what makes you conscious about what is around you. Expand that in a major way. That's what this is going to do. Even if you took something, just one presentation, and said, I'm going to apply information here. What can I get out of this? What is in it for me? Mm-hmm. This is the perfect place to be. There's going to be so much that's in it for you.
I have to, and thank you for that answer. I have to compliment you guys. You guys are so in sync. Tomas didn't hear your answer, and he said exactly word for word. So you guys are on a mission and truly see the vision, and that is super important. That's all. Did you text him?
No.
I know you did it. That was awesome. That was like almost scripted. It wasn't, guys, but it was nice to see how connected you guys are.
We have to say we did the rehearsal before the
program. No, you didn't. So okay. What can people expect next after this event? And sorry, I'm just a geek that way. I'd love to know if you already have something in the pipeline, or where do you see this event going next, if anything? Nobody, huh?
Oh gosh, is he frozen again? So now that's on me? Oh no. Okay, so Tomas, this one's on you.
Okay, so first, what we're gonna do an evaluation. That's the first thing what we're gonna do, and we're gonna say, okay, what was the impact we made in the floral industry, and if the impact is big enough, that we definitely gonna continue, right? And of course, it's the first time, and you say, I don't know, it's the first time ever in the world wide somebody's doing this, but
I'm saying,
you're not my knowledge,
in trouble. All right.
But according to my knowledge, what I know, and the knowledge from Christi, maybe that's not that big, but okay, for us, it's the first time somebody ever is doing this. Maybe somebody else did it, but we don't know. So people has to get used to it, to the format. And let's see if people are open for that format, because it's always taking a risk. But it's like, we definitely want to continue for sure. What we saw is all the presenters were so positive. We didn't have to convince them, please join us, please. They like, okay, you know what? It's a good initiative. and we go with you, and then let's hope. So it's already like it has a positive vibe. So, and then the next thing is like we have that fanzine. It's like a magazine, fanzine, something like that. So it's attached to each other. So it's like uplifting each other. And those two will, I think there is a future. I'm sure there is a future. But we are rational people. And we know what is possible, but we believe in the product, definitely. Yes.
Awesome. Congratulations to that. And again, super excited that you've taken an initiative to do something like that, and that both of you working together. I'm really happy that both of you met each other, because that way you guys are doing great things for the industry. How can people go and find out more information about the virtual event, EMC Go Live?
Well, right down below, you can see EuropeanMasterCertification.com.
You're awesome.
You're awesome.
Fantastic.
You're fantastic.
Right there. Just see right down below.
You follow it. There we go. That way. All right.
I'm going to try to catch it. Wait. There it is. I'm going to catch it.
like Frogger. Here, let's play Frogger. But again, thank you so much for joining us, guys. Really means a lot, and and truly look forward to being a part of this, and look forward to being a part of it next time, if there's a next time, which I believe there will be, because I truly believe in what you guys are doing is a good thing for the industry. So thank you again. And so my final question usually is this. Yeah, sorry, I kind of go all over the place, but the final question is, if you're looking to network with anybody, because I am intentional in networking and collaborating, if you're looking to network with anybody, I know this is a surprise question, would there be anybody that you would be looking to network? A farm, a person, a particular celebrity, anybody in particular that you might be looking to network with? Or a shout out?
Well, there's that's two-pronged. As a business, we love to work with other like-minded individuals that want to elevate the floral industry and have that grow. But also on the education side, we continually want to network and meet potential students that want to take that leap from floral designer to conscious creative. So I think it's dual pronged. Tomas?
Yeah. We want to network with not only like people who wants to go themselves or put themselves on the next level, but also with companies. And it can be like companies from hardware, but also companies like growers. If a grower believes in, okay, where can somebody put extra added value on my product? So, and you can go like doing a workshop and said, okay, you can put it on a diagonal way. But if you have somebody said, maybe there is another way to put my product, my Anthurium or whatever, instead of like a diagonal way, we can put it like in a symmetrical way, or what. I'm just saying something. So if people are open just to contact people that really are looking forward to work and to do something different with their products, because they have the potential to do that, then we're really open to work with them. Definitely.
And that's what I was hoping for, because it's always there's so much benefit in really collaborating.
Yes.
But sometimes it just takes that step of saying, this is what we're looking for. If you keep it in, it won't move forward. Go ahead, Phil.
I'm going to give you an example. It's like now I'm doing the demo, do something presentation, and I needed some flowers from Alexander Farms. And Joe himself, the CEO from Alexander Farms, he picked them personally. And he said, you know what, I'm going to pick that flower and that flower and that flower, and that's a new variety. And then I love that, because I said, send me whatever you want. And I don't know. So on Monday, I will see the box. I will open. I will be like a big smile again, because I love the roses. But this is what we're looking for. Passionate people who wants to make a difference and who want to then their product into like, it's not a rose. It's what's can do the rose for us. So what is the message behind your product? So we are very...
We're in the business of delivering emotion.
Yeah, we are.
On any given day. And so that is, however way we can do that and increase that for our end user, the customer, is always top of mind.
And you know something, we forget that, right? So it's very lucky for us. Florists understand that more than the top of the level sometimes. And when we remember, it's so rewarding. For that brief second when we're getting, complaints from our customers, when we remember that it's from the beginning of life to the end of life, we're affecting people's lives and just experiences and memories. So that's a great thing. So again, thank you again. I promise no other surprise questions. I'll let you go from this moment on. Thank you again, and I look forward to staying in touch and talking again soon, and see you soon in your event. EMC Go Live. So let's check it out.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much,
It was
Sahid.
a lot
Thank
of
you.
fun, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
So everybody, as always, that was awesome. It's always a pleasure and an honor and humbling to have such amazing people come on the show. Do remember that this month is going to be Floral Industry Networking and Convention. We are going to be going live WUFSA all day on the 8th, which will start with interviews from 9 o'clock alongside with Willie Armelini, as the WUFSA theme is Better Together, Stronger Than Ever. So I partnered up with Willie Armelini, and we are going to be interviewing competitors together. So that is super exciting. If you like a little drama, there's not going to be any drama, but it's super cool to have competitors together and see how they could work and collaborate together. So please be sure to join us. And again, do check out here. Where was it? This way or that way? European Master Certification. Check them out. Go to them. I'm humbled to be a part of it, and I think that there's nothing but value. As I always say, that's what we have to have, is value and education in this. So please join us next week. If you want to connect with me any which way of collaborating, have questions, want to pick my brain, need to network and connect with other people, let me know. New Bloom Solutions. You can set up a call, or Sahid at New Bloom Solutions. My email is open to anybody. So please subscribe, like, share, and comment. And it would be great to connect with you as well. So I should put a connecting there. And then I am trying to find the end. So thank you again for everything. Thanks for joining us, and join us again next week starting on the 7th. And throughout the day, keep an eye on LinkedIn, because we will be doing pop-ups in certain people's booths. So we'll be your eyes and ears. Take care. Thank you again.